Good morning, students. Today we will start the new lesson, that is 2.2, and the name of the lesson is Black Beauty. Students, here the meaning of black indicates the color and beauty define the great pleasure or satisfaction. That is, when we see to anybody, it's delight our mind. Delight means it gives happiness to our mind. Now, the novel was meant to produce the human treatment of horses, and also it exposes the sometimes harsh treatment and working condition of horses during that time. Black Beauty is a nearly all black horse and is the title character and narrator of the story. Now, here, students, one paragraph. I'll read this. Below is given a part of the most popular horse story. About the story it is given. It was written by Anna Sewell. She was born in 1820 in England. Her mother was the writer of many children's books. As a child, Anna once fell and injured her ankle. She was disabled for the rest of her life. Since she couldn't walk, she learned to drive a horse-drawn carriage and regularly drove her father to work. She became aware of the cruel way in which many horses were treated. During the last years of her life, Anna was confined to her house as an invalid, and then to draw attention to the welfare of horses, she wrote a book titled Black Beauty, that is, which we are going to read now. The autobiography of a horse, in which we will see that horse is a narrator. In it, a beautiful horse called Black Beauty tells the story of his own life and adventures. Okay, here, student, the story is about a black horse, and the narrator, that is, the story is written by whom? By Anna Sewell. She got this idea to write the story when she was a child, and she fell and injured her ankle. After she got injured, she became disabled for the rest of her life. She wasn't able to walk and learn to drive a horse. What she learned? She learned to drive a horse-drawn carriage. As she was taking her father to work regularly, she became aware of the cruel nature of the human, that how humans used to treat to horses. Nowadays, students, this cruelty is not only done on horses, but it also includes many animals like cows, dogs, cats, etc. Students, after looking the cruelty on horses, the narrator decided to narrate a story on horse. So the story which we are going to read is about a beautiful horse, and the name of the horse is given as Black Beauty, that is later, as the color of the horse was black. Now, this first paragraph, that Anna Sewell, she started narrating the story My Early Home. It means when she was at home, she narrated the story. First paragraph here. The first place that I can remember well was a large pleasant meadow. It had a pond of clean water in it. Some shady trees leaned over the pond, and water lilies grew at the far end. Over the hedge on one side I could see our master's house. First of all, here, students, I want to tell you the meaning of difficult words. First, here is meadow. The meaning of meadow over here is what? An area of land covered with grass for feeding animals. Now second, some shady trees leaned. Leaned here means moved into a sloping position. Water lilies. Water lilies is what? Plant that grow in water. Now over the hedge on one side. Here hedge indicates what? The meaning of hedge is a fence or boundary formed by closely growing bushes or shrubs. Now, in first paragraph, children, Horse is telling about his childhood, that where he used to live and how beautiful the place was where he was staying. He is describing the environment around him was very much fascinating. He is mentioning the place where he used to live was a large pleasant meadow, means the land that is covered with grass for feeding animals. So everywhere there was a grass from where they used to feed themselves. Now there was also a pond with clean water in it, some shady trees where they're into a sloping position, means they are into a sloping position that was over the pond, and at the far end water lilies were also grew. From one side his master house is visible, that is he can sit and could see his master's house. Now come to second paragraph. First I would like to read this paragraph. While I was young, I lived upon my mother's milk, as I could not eat grass. In the daytime I ran by her side, and at night I lay down close by her. When it was hot, we used to stand by the pond in the shade of trees. When it was cold, we had a nice warm shed at one end of the meadow. Now, in this paragraph, the narrator, that is a horse, he is telling that when he was young, he lived upon his mother's milk, as he could not eat grass at that time. Likewise, when a child born and up to a certain age, that child has to live by taking only mother's milk, as he or she cannot take any solid meal. So, here also same thing is happening with the horse. Now, he ran by his mother's side in the daytime, and at night he laid down close by her, as we used to do with our mother. In the cold days, there was an arrangement of warm shed for him and also for other horses at one end of the land, that is meadow. And in the summer time, when it was hot, he and his mother used to stand by the pond in the shade of the trees to avoid the heat of the sun. Now come to next paragraph. As soon as I was old enough to eat grass, my mother returned to her work. In bracket it is given, which was pulling our master's carriage. She used to go in the morning and come back in the evening. So here what it is given. As he was getting old, he started eating grass and his mother went back to work. And what was the work of his mother, children? She was working of her master, that is to pull her master's carriage. Her mother used to go in the morning and in the evening she used to come back. The next one. There were 6 young colts. Colts means here young male horse up to the age of 4 or 5 we can say. There were 6 young colts in the meadow besides me. One day we were galloping. Galloping means running at the faster speed, children, all together round and round the field. While galloping, the colts were frequently biting and kicking each other. So here what it is given. Where they were staying, there were another 6 young colts was with him, that is young male horse, and the age of those horses were between 4 or 5. One day, what happened? When they were galloping together, that is, they were running together at the fastest speed on the field round and round, while running, what the colts were doing? They were frequently biting and kicking to each other. Now, in the next paragraph, when my mother saw this, she called me and said, I wish you to pay attention to what I am going to say to you. Your father has a great name in these parts. Here, parts indicate region or area. Your grandfather was a famous racehorse, and your grandmother had a very sweet temper. Here's temper, a kind of very gentle lady. She was a very kind of gentle lady, temper, but here grandmother is using for horse, so she was a kind of gentle horse. And I think you have never seen me kick or bite. I hope you too will grow up gentle and good. Never learn bad ways. Always do your work with a spirit of goodwill. Never bite or kick even in play. Lift your feet up well when you trot. Here, trot means move faster than a walk but slower than a gallop. Galloping, the meaning of galloping, I told you that running at the fastest speed. Now, in this paragraph, after looking to this, the horse mother called him and she started explaining about his grandfather and grandmother, that how they used to be famous among these areas. And also she was telling not to do any bad things like biting and kicking. To her child, like every mother used to teach the behavior, discipline and the manners, in the same way children, in this story, the horse mother is teaching to the horse everything which will lead to his good future. Now, she is telling to the narrator, that is to the horse, that your father has a great name in these areas. Your grandmother was a famous race horse, and your grandfather was a famous racehorse, and grandmother was a very gentle lady. And to me also you have never seen to bite or kick anyone. She is explaining all the good ways that when you will grow up, you have to be very gentle and good to others. And whatever the work you will do, that should be friendly, and you must have good heart while helping others. You will never bite or kick to anyone. His mother is also teaching him to lift his feet up nicely when he will be moving fast. Now here, the next one. I have never forgotten my mother's advice. I know she was a wise old mare, and our master loved her dearly. Here in this 2 line, he is telling that till now he has not forgotten the advice. He is telling, it means the horse, that is the black horse. He is telling that till now whatever the advice has been given to him, he has not forgotten that advice. Okay, as he knew that his mother was very much loved one and the dear one for their master. Now come to next paragraph. Our master was a kind and gentle person. He gave us good food and good lodging. Lodging here means children, place to live in. He spoke to us as kindly as he did to his own children. When my mother saw him at the gate, she would neigh with joy and trot up to him. Joy means Joy means a kind of happiness. Neigh here it means to make the long cry of a horse. Our master would pat and stroke her. Here, pat and stroke her, it indicates the act of making one's hand across a surface with gentle pressure. Now, our master would pat and stroke her. Well, old pet, he would say, how is your little darky? Then he would give me a piece of bread which was very tasty. Sometimes he brought a big red carrot for my mother. Now, students, in this paragraph, Horse is mentioning about his master, that how he used to take care of her mother. The narrator is telling that his master was a very generous person, a kind, or we can say a gentle person. Every day he was providing us good food and good lodging, means the place where the horses were staying, that was also neat and clean. He never scolded on us. That is, his master never scolded to any of the horses. Instead of this, he spoke very kindly like he used to do to his own children. And whenever my mother used to see the master coming from the gate, she would neigh. Neigh means the sound produced by horse. So she would neigh with joy and trot towards him, means run up to him. And when she reached and stand near to his mother would pat and stroke her. That is, very gently he moved his hand on her body. He moved his hand. He here indicates what, children? To whom? To the master. And by doing the same, he asked question with my mother that how is your little darky? Here, students, darky is the name of the black horse. And after asking about me, that is about the horse, he would give me a piece of bread which was very tasty. Very oftenly the masters used to bring a big red carrot for his mother. Here it is given, sometimes he brought a big red carrot for my mother. It means Master brought a big carrot for his mother. Now come to the next paragraph. Here 3 lines is here. My mother's name was Duchess, but he often called her Pet. Here, well, old pet, in previous paragraph we read this, that old pet used for the horse mother by the master. So my mother's name was Duchess, but he often called her Pet. I was dull black, so he called me Darky. Darky, we read this Darky. Darky was the name of whose? Darky was the name of the horse, the narrator. As I grew up, my black coat became very fine, soft and bright. So here, Darky's mother name was Duchess, but the master generally summoned to his mother as Pet. He was telling that his mother name was Duchess, but the master who was taking care of the horses, the name was given by the master. The name was given by the master, what? Old Pet. So oftenly he used to call his mother as Pet, Old Pet. So it is given here that the mother's name was Duchess, but he oftenly called her Pet. Here summoned, the master generally summoned to his mother as Pet. It means called to his mother as Pet. His name was Darky, as he was dull black, and as he grew older, his color was becoming very fine, soft, and bright, or we can also say that his skin was glowing with that black color. Now, further, student, we will proceed to the next class. Thank you.